Dating nowadays is so crazy. We might actually be cooked. Women be like, I want a guy that's 6 foot, make 6 figures, and is always emotionally available for me. I'd expect me to make money while I'm always emotionally available for you. That doesn't even make sense. There's no way guys out there making 6 figures while he's always available for women. Like, there's no fucking way. You know, what guys be doing nowadays is that just be lying. To be fair, lying was always a thing, but they be definitely going way too far nowadays. Everybody has cars now. Like, bro, I saw you took the bus last week. How the hell you telling this girl to get a Lamborghini? And guys are getting smart. They've been starting to use AI to make videos, to pretend lifestyles that they actually live. Like, this shit is so funny to me, man. I really wonder how our future is actually gonna look like, because there's no way we're gonna be living real lives the way things are heading. But to be fair, I guess I now made the game fair, because we wouldn't be using makeup for ages now, and man really didn't have anything to compensate for it besides just lying and things like that. So I guess the game is fairer now. What really leaves me shocked is the guys that be using internet terms to be referring to women nowadays. Like, what you mean you're gonna tell a girl, like, I'm trying to raise you up? Like, she don't give a fuck. Like, she doesn't even know what raise means. Be like, oh, what do you think about my aura? Like, bro, leave that shit in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. And one thing that actually makes me think is that tall guys aren't actually that confident. If you actually pay attention, you'll see that shorter guys actually be the ones that are actually more confident and actually try and approach women more, because I just think that since they always been like literally let down, so they end up just doing it for the love of the game now. Like, let's look at the Shape Frost. He's a short guy and he's actually pretty confident. He doesn't actually have that many. He doesn't show that he has that many insecurities about his height, but he's definitely chill. And you see, he actually like, ends up getting baddies and shit. You might say it's money or whatever, but he actually worked and grinded to get to the level first. I don't think there's ever been a time where relationships had this many phases. Like, what do you mean I need to work on myself? This is what they call monkey branching. This is something women do when they actually attracted to another man and they actually want to see how things can actually go with him. But at the same time, they want the security to go back to the old relationship. It's bullshit. You know, the real struggle is actually just with men mostly, because women be liking the same type of man like most of the time. There's an archetype for bad boy or something like that. It's a guy that actually puts them on an emotional roller coaster. A guy that thrills them and things like that. So I guess they actually know more about what they want than men actually do, because men be trying to figure out women all the time. Like, they always be like, how do I know she likes me? Is she being nice to me, or does she actually like me? She brings lunch to me every day. I don't know if she likes me. They fucking for real. But at the same time though, like, there are times where women would literally just give you a look and then like that's it. And then you find out like months later, it's just like, oh, I actually used to like you at this time, whatever. And then you're like, you actually like me? And she's like, yeah. Didn't you notice? How am I supposed to notice just because you looked at me one time when we were just passing by each other? Like, that make that make sense. That's why back in the day, angst status people were actually like, women are from Venus and men are from Mars, because there's no way we can actually understand each other because we're from different planets. And you know, I think that's actually a beauty to it, because if men and women actually understood each other so well from the get-go, I think relationships would be so boring, because people really just there wouldn't be anything to look up to and to look forward to, because you already know how they actually behave and their passions and whatever. So it really kills the fun in discovering and getting to know the person for real. But of all people, the introverts are actually the ones that actually cook the most, because they actually have the hardest time to approach and actually confess their feelings, or at least just express them to the people they're actually interested in, especially if they're a guy, because at least the girl can always like have hope that someday the guy that she likes will someday talk to her randomly. But for the guys though, like, this shit is crazy. Unless she's like a fine girl or outgoing girl, the introvert guy might just wait for something that might never actually happen. So that's why guys should really just do it, because at the end of the day, like, it's not really that bad. It's not as bad as we think, because think about it. What is so bad about telling somebody how you actually feel, or that you're actually interested in them? The worst they could really say is no. I don't think so. I heard some people do the most before. But realistically speaking, it shouldn't be anything out of this world. And it's actually better to just do it once and doing it and just getting it over with, and actually just making a gamble. That's what life is about, making gambles. Some go right, some go wrong. There's a meme that goes like this: the more you wait around to talk to the girl you actually like, there's some other guy cracking her right now. So what are you waiting for? Like, this is a crazy example, but it's low-key like that. Like, and in a way you could say it's for women too, but it's not really working the same. But yeah, you get the point. And yeah, this is the end of the video. And hey, share your dating stories in the comments and stay tuned for the next video. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a nice day. Peace.